Oh my god.
Oh, yes.
Head voice.
Wow, they have a great voice.
You are now reacting to the 6-member girl group EVERGLOW and their song
Slay!
from their All My Girls single album. EVERGLOW has been out of the limelight for a little bit as they haven't had a comeback since 2021, which is a long time in K-pop years because typically K-pop artists have like 4 comebacks a year. So it's been like, we've been missing EVERGLOW a lot. So with this track, the girls announced they're about to blow our minds, remind us that they slay every day. The song is composed and arranged by David Anthony, Andy Love, Lauren Dyson, 72, and Bangkok. This video is brought to you by you, our YouTube members and supporters on Patreon. Patreon and YouTube memberships are how viewers like you can support us and also gain access to exclusive content like extra reactions to both old and new K-pop songs, early access to every React to the K video, a weekly
Sense
podcast,
of flipping pretty quickly between major and minor thirds, which I think does a nice bit to just add. They get a lot of variety out of the fact that the song only has, I think, 3 chord roots. Everything is E, F, and D. Yeah, in this song.
If you want to become a patron or YouTube member to help our channel grow and to access over 1,000 exclusive videos, check out the description of this video for how to join. A huge thank you to all of you who already support us. We really couldn't do this without you. And now, back to the video.
Alright, shall we? 3, 2, 1.
Slay!
Go! Slay!
Oh.
Slay! Yes! I love this! Yeah, nice. So we're in like a harmonic minor sort of thing. Oh, she is so beautiful. She's hot. Love.
That synth sound is nice. Oh, good contrast.
Looks like gaming costume.
I like the underlying melody thing.
Oh! Every time.
Classic pre-chorus.
Ooh, cute dance too.
This is like the intro to like a 2016 YouTube.
I kind of like it. I don't hate it.
Oh, cool. This would bump hard in a concert.
So many triplets.
Women, slay.
It's true.
They do.
Oh.
Ooh, crazy sexy
Crazy,
cool.
sexy, cool. I agree.
You just said crazy, sexy, cool in a song.
This choreo goes hard too.
More triplets.
I like that. I like it kind of pulls it back a little bit with this.
Ooh, riff. Okay.
And then it builds it right back up.
Yeah.
Yep, there's that. That classic EDM drop.
This is really good dance music.
You hear that tambourine in the back? Oh yeah, it's like a really reverb tambourine. That's really funny.
Fire.
This looks like the most fun ever.
That's so catchy. Like ridiculously catchy.
We're going to break the rules.
Ooh.
I like
Oh,
that.
I like this
Overrated.
part.
Oh my god.
Oh,
full
yes.
Head voice.
Wow, they have a great voice.
I don't think they were singing this high before.
That's kind of cool. Kind of drop out of the key for a little bit.
Yeah.
Something about this drop makes it a little bit harder than the other two, but I don't know what it is.
Her voice is pretty.
It's really pretty.
Maybe they've got like more synths behind the melody. That's like kind of like boosting it a little bit.
This is why I remarked 3 minutes and 45 seconds. Because I knew there was going to be one section that felt a little extra.
Yeah. Cool, super intense. I loved it.
That was fun.
Yeah.
It was a fun track.
We slept every day.
So I'm curious for both of you, the second this song started, both of you were like, yes, I love this. Do you remember what element was it that you heard and you're like, I dig this?
The immediately minor. I'm like immediately minor and you're like, they're gorgeous. They are gorgeous. They are hot. They're gorgeous. They're badass. And like there's lots of really cool like cutesy girl stuff, but I love it whenever it's like the like we're running the show, we're powerful.
Step on you.
I'm gonna step on you, and I'm like, yes, please. Yeah, just, and also it was immediately minor, and I was just like, yeah, this is gonna be cool. They're gonna like do some cool stuff, and the like syncopated sort of beat thing that and then they dance with it in like a halftime thing. Like it's like just really like, I don't know. I think whenever people dance with every beat, it's cool, but whenever they like ride the beat a little bit, it's like even more powerful. Like, I don't need to dance fast. I'm in control of this beat, you know?
I liked all the vocal textures that they were using. Like that head voice is so smooth, especially when they're doing like they're dubbing over what's going on like in the background. Like that's really nice. I like how they featured that also in the production. Like they didn't completely take that like really far away, like how harmonies are like definitely not like as loud as like the main melody, but like it's still like, you know, there.
I liked the girl who had the really nice head voice.
Oh yeah, oh my god, her vocal control.
Oh. It's new. It's all the extension, the ninths.
I like this. It's so effortless.
It's in C. It's going, yeah. It's very much in the relative major.
Yeah, I like the first girl on the bridge a lot. It's so pretty. Really pretty. Like
This angel.
Yeah, she's the angel. She's the angel I see at night.
Because the pre-chorus has a similar sort of tonal, yeah, like an atmosphere, but you could tell with all of these like these thirds that just like you know, instead of doing like the stepwise stuff, it's like going like this, and it makes it sound so beautiful. And this member of Everglow has like a voice to like die for completely.
I was trying to listen back to the chorus and to the bridge again to hear if, because my first impression was, whoa, this is a lot higher than what everything else has been. But the na 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 na, that's octave doubled. There is a higher voice that sings the exact same thing, and it goes up to almost the highest note. It starts on with it's an E. But I think it's the vocal timbre. It's just so different, and the instruments all back off. So you just hear this singer floating up in her head voice and singing really legato without much instrument, like keeping a heavy beat. And that lighter timbre is just so pleasant of a break from hard percussion and kind of, I guess like there's like some EDM sounds in it. And then it transitions well back in, I think, because there's the second singer adds a little bit of a growl, is in their not lower register. Oh, just such a beautiful head voice. A nice float. It's a breathier float. And then she kind of gets into her head voice, and the next person carries on with a really bright nasal tone in the same register. It's a nice crescendo of energy, I think. That was really artistic.
I will say, a song like this where like it is just kind of one melody, and the rest of the melodies that are within the song, like melodies during the verses, melodies that are outside of the chorus, are rhythmic melodies. They're not like melodic melodies. So, you know, obviously when they're rapping, the melody there isn't na 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 anymore. It's now taka ta taka ta or whatever. And songs like this where the melody is kind of the focal point of what makes the song enjoyable, you need to have a damn catchy melody to make that work. And that's why like a lot of American pop tunes either fall or fly, is because like if their melody is good enough to latch you in and get stuck in your head, then if you hear it 5 times during the song, that's not really a problem. And I think the melody here was like, it was good. It sounded
You
like
paused before you said it was good.
it was all right. It's like
2016 YouTube vibes.
either 2016 YouTube vibes or like I'm thinking like the League of Legends track that Lil Nas X did. There's also the Imagine Dragons.
I only know the Imagine Dragons one.
Yeah, it's that same type of thing too. Imagine Dragons melodies are like they're hit or miss as well, but like the ones that hit, that they blow up a lot. And this one could, for the right set of ears, it could spark their fancy.
I feel like the melody is so corny that it's memorable.
Yeah,
it sticks to your head.
And I thought like the rhythm and the corniness is probably like on purpose. I guess like with this one, their intention was like to make up I was a sticky melody or like memorable melody. It's just like just a perfect like length. It's not like too long of like a melody. And it's just like memorable for anyone. There was one point where like I felt like it was kind of too repetitive, but then I remembered, oh, if it were like at a club, then people kind of don't mind, because you know how like people are dancing to the music and then they think it's gonna end but it still keeps going. They're like, oh, that's fine. Considering that, I think this song works.
I feel like it's like super, I guess, laid back in terms of like club music.
Club music is twice.
Like, twice. Maybe not the tempo, but just more like super in your face like the whole time. And I feel like this was just kind of like a little laid back.
I don't know. I could see like Marshmello like DJing a song kind of like this at a concert at a club, and like people would still be like.
I could see people dancing to it. I think the swing feel of all of it makes it kind of groovy and danceable. It's all really tripletized and swung like the whole time. So
I also think maybe partially because the tempo is slow enough. There were times where I was listening to it and I was wondering if I was listening to a halftime groove, but the entire time it was just 1, 2, 3. So it's not a halftime groove, but it's just slow enough that it feels like it could be. The faster song is, the harder it is to jump up and down to. And at a club or like a really like a fun dance, you kind of want to be able to jump to the music and that kind of thing. So it could be intentional in that way, from a songwriting perspective, or it could just be that's just the sound that they had, obviously.
Firstly, the lyrics, I don't know. I've like grown up watching too many like cringe compilation videos, so I just don't really care if the lyrics are just like, like campy or whatever. To me, I don't know. Even if like groups of songwriters, it's like even less cringe. At that point, you're just kind of leaning into it.
Yeah.
Like at this point, I don't know. Slay has become a
Yeah,
international kind of thing.
Right.
If you like lyrics, like if you're a real lyric person, you're like into some like crazy poetry shit, it's not for you.
But if you're needing like a simple hype up song, you need energy to go work out, you need to feel confident.
Yeah, maybe then this is for you.
There's one musical moment that for me almost completes this theory that we have about the lyrics, which is, but at the end of the bridge, there's like a perfect trap build, like the sound that the it's like so 2016. There was no like new riff on it. It did feel a little dated. I didn't realize that build up could sound so dated, but it really did.
I think this 250, where they go F major, G major, 5 of 1.
Yeah, 5 and then 1. Yeah.
But the main chord progression is just this.
You think like it's, but instead they went like.
Yeah, they decided to go to 3.
Yeah.
Major 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, little major flair. I feel like it's adding a kind of like a little bit of a tamer, brighter side. Like C major, you don't associate that too much with Fierce. It feels a little bit like old-timey retro kind of chord progressions, like they'll usually move like this.
I'm really a stickler for things that are like harmonically very simple. When I say simple,
diatonic.
I'm like, it's very diatonic. Aside from that one part, it makes it catchy. It's easy to sing along because I'm not a great singer. So I'm like, I feel included. I'm like excited because it makes it easy to really like this. We're attracted to, as like musicians, we're like, oh, this is something really new and unheard of.
Different.
I know, and this this isn't very different, but I appreciate it for that. It's super effective and they do it well.
You know what I like a lot is that they featured a lot of sliding, like the at the very start of the song, and they also do the slide thing when they're doing slide. Yeah, but they also copied that in their chord progression when they go like.
Yeah.
So they're really going like da 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 da. That's what makes it kind of seductive musically, because you have a lot of this. You're sliding into it.
Yeah.
You're sliding into tonic. Like when they go crazy, sexy, cool, like 120 or so. Da, 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 dum. That's not the part where they go so la, but they're doing a little like it's like the slide thing I was talking about.
Yeah. You hear it in the bass.
When they do chromatics like that, I do think of like the choreo. They're thinking like there's a lot of friction. There's no like 5 1 5 1 yeah.
It's also a little safe, and the tempo is a little dun dun and dun dun. They're climbing up the scale.
But isn't that what you want to do if you've disappeared for 2 years and you want to remind people why they love you?
The other Everglow songs, there's always something that felt like ear candy. This felt like, maybe to the fans of this like mid-tempo 12/8 time thing, it's like ear candy. But for me, this is not the same as the pirate song.
Adios.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they usually have this big hook, instrumental hook that just like takes the entire song and then they add on top of it. And it's like this experience where you forget that you're listening to a song and you're just kind of experiencing this pop heaven of sorts. This song felt like it was too self-aware.
Even in classical music, people will have a sound and you're like, oh, that's her sound, that's his sound. That's like, with jazz, everybody has a different tone. With classical, it's also this different like shimmer to everyone's, like even the entire horn studio, I could hear any of them play and be like, that's someone else. And they could all be playing the same thing. And so I think that we respect that, like, oh, this works for them, stay there, do what works for you in that context. So I wonder why whenever it's on like a pop music public scale, we suddenly are like, we have to hear them do different things and show off their range, because we don't do that with like a signature classical sound, a signature art style, a signature, if it's their signature, then like...
It's classic.
Yeah, it's kind of classic. I think it's classy.
I think an idea associated with K-pop is a lot of it is new and like consistently like very creative and new things and ideas.
Much competition. Yeah.
Right. So we're kind of looking for like the new, more exciting thing. But when a group sticks to kind of their sound and keeps on developing a very central personality or vibe for their group, I think that's really admirable.
I already love it.
Nice little triplets, always appreciated.
We should learn this dance.
Does this make you feel like you can slay every day?
Dude, I feel like I'm slaying so hard right now after watching that. I can't contain the slay after that. That was great.